Hello, interns. My name is Martin Hernandez, and I'm the Arts Internship Program Manager with the LA County Department of Arts and Culture. Thanks for clicking on our video today. I'm going to kick it over to my colleague so that she can introduce herself.
Hey everyone, my name is Samantha Vidya. You can call me Sam. I'm the Arts Internship Program Specialist for the Department of Arts and Culture. I'm an artist, I'm an alumna of my local community college, and also a native Angelino. So, as you can guess, I'm a big fan of the Arts Internship Program. Thanks for taking some time to learn more about the Arts Internship Program. We hope you'll participate. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to you, Martin.
Thanks, Sam. So as she mentioned, we're here today to talk to you about the LA County Arts Internship Program. So give me 1 second while I queue up our presentation, which we're going to be using today to keep us on track as we share all of the information that you need in order to apply. So we're going to start by talking a little bit about the history of the program. What you see here on the screen is actually our mission statement. I'm not going to read it. You're welcome to read it if you'd like. But we're so excited to be celebrating our 24th year. And as just a little bit of history, we are a sister program to the Getty Merrill Multicultural Undergraduate Internship Program, which actually predates our program. It's been around longer. And that particular program, and they're close colleagues of ours, they provide paid arts internships in museums and visual arts institutions. So in the year 2000, the LA County Board of Supervisors at that time looked at the Getty's program and said, you know what, the Getty's onto something. They're paying for college students to get paid internships in visual arts institutions and museums. What about all of the other artistic disciplines? What about dance, music, theater, film and television, so on and so forth? What if we created a complementary program, a sister program that would do something very similar, but provide internships in the other artistic disciplines? And so our program was born in the year 2000. The mission statement that you're seeing here really just speaks to the wide goals of this program. If you are somebody that is interested in the arts and getting some professional experience on your resume in the field of arts and culture, this program is absolutely for you, and we're excited that you're going to learn more. But let's say that you're not so sure that you want to work in the arts. Maybe it's something that you're just interested in or participate in your free time. We still think that this program would be great for you to participate in, as we feel like the skills and the experience that you're going to get in this program will be useful to you no matter what field you enter into as a career in the long term. So that is definitely a mission of this program, is that all interns that participate in this program, whether they enter into the field of arts and culture as their long-term careers or not, still have a positive experience and ultimately leave with transferable skills that are applicable in other areas of their life. So let's talk a little bit about the numbers for this year's program, 2024. We have a lot of excitement from the arts nonprofit sector to participate in the program. This year, we had 187 organizations request 329 internships. Of those, we are able to fund 228 internships at a total of 164 organizations. This means this program is the largest paid arts internship program in the country, which is so exciting. If you're paying attention to the numbers, 228 interns and 164 organizations mean that some of our organizations are hosting up to 1, 2, or 3 interns as part of this program. This year, arts education positions and production internships are the most popular, meaning that they are the most common types of positions in the field. I'm going to break down a little bit about what these different types of positions in our program look like, but I want to make sure that I make one thing very clear before I get too far in. This program is specifically providing internships in arts administration. These are typically more office type jobs, helping 501c3 charitable organizations do the work of providing free or low cost arts programming to their community. These are not internships in the creation of art necessarily, meaning we don't have painting internships or acting internships or singing internships. So the positions that I'm about to describe, I think, will give you a little bit of an example of the type of work that you might do in some of these positions. So starting with the two most popular, arts education positions, those are positions working specifically with students in school or after school, potentially K through 12, can be great for students that are really interested in working directly with young people, but also getting some arts experience. Production internships, a little bit more straightforward. Those internships are helping in event production, So maybe you're helping as a technical director or a stage manager for a performance. Maybe you're help running the AV or the tech for a choir performance. Those might be examples of production internships. On the right-hand side of the screen here, you can see some of the other types of positions that exist in the program. Things like administration. These types of internships are a little bit more straightforward desk work. Maybe you're helping with filing, answering phones, working with parents. Those might all fall under administration internships. Development and fundraising, researching grants, writing grant applications, writing grant reports, critical positions for all of our organizations. So internships in those categories would get to see some of that development and fundraising experience. Civic engagement, helping to engage the community and making sure that the community around an organization knows that they exist, knows what they're about, knows the programming that they offer. Audience services, this might be ticket selling, working in the box office, ushering, green room services. Those might fall under audience services. Event planning, planning events, right? So helping our organizations plan the events that they have. Marketing and graphic design, these are a little bit related. Marketing positions might be helping with social media, building websites, building e-blasts, all of that might fall under marketing. Whereas graphic design, you might be helping to create flyers or social media graphics to help get the word out about different programs. And last but certainly not least, research and evaluation. So these are positions that might be helping organizations look at data. Maybe there's a survey that they send out to all of their audience members at the end of every performance. And so maybe an intern is sitting with that data and evaluating it as part of their internship. So as you can see, lots of different opportunities to participate in, types of opportunities to partake in as part of the program. And so no matter what your interests are, we hope that there's something as part of the program that you would be interested in doing as part of your internship. So we want to get to eligibility very quickly because this is typically about the time where students start saying, okay, this sounds great, but what boxes do I have to check off in order to participate? And our goal here at the Department of Arts and Culture is to make sure that this list is as thin as possible, as small as possible, so that as many students from the county can participate as would like to. So let's talk about some things that you have to have in order to participate in this program. Firstly, you must be a currently enrolled undergraduate student, and that can be either at a four-year institution or a community college. If you are graduating, you can also participate in this program so long as you are graduating between May 1st and December 31st of this year, 2024. That means that any student who has graduated before May of 2024 would not be eligible to participate. You must also reside in or attend school in LA County. So what do we mean by that? Let's say that you're from New York, but you are attending school at Cal State Long Beach. You are able to participate in the program because you are enrolled at Cal State Long Beach, which is within the boundaries of LA County. The reverse is also true. Let's say that you are from Long Beach, but you are going to school in New York. You are eligible to participate in this program because you have a permanent residence here in Los Angeles County, even though you go to school outside of LA County. So it has to be one or the other, either residing in LA County or going to school in LA County. For the vast majority of our interns, usually it's both. You're living in LA County and you go to school in LA County, which is great. You must also possess right to work documents to participate in this program. So you must have the legal right to work in the United States. International students, if you have received a work permit with your school, through your school, to work in the United States, great. That work permit will get you to be able to participate in this program. Students, if you are a DACA recipient, meaning that you're on DACA and you have work authorization through your DACA permit, then you are able to participate in this program. So again, as long as you have the legal right to work in the United States, that's all. Then you can consider that fulfilled. So that's it. Things you might expect to see as part of this list. We do not require that you major in the arts to participate in this program. We do not require that you take a minimum number of classes to participate in this program. We do not require that you have a minimum number of years of experience in the arts to participate in this program. This program is specifically geared towards first-time college students who have little to no experience in the arts. We want this program to be your experience in the arts, and this is why we try to keep this list very, very thin. A couple of things on the right-hand side here that would disqualify you, even if you meet all of the requirements that I just laid out on the left-hand side of the screen. I'll just reiterate. So the first bullet point says you cannot have a prior bachelor's degree or higher. As I mentioned, this program is for first-time students pursuing a college degree for the first time. So let's say that you have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, and you're at a LA community college pursuing other course of study. Unfortunately, you would be ineligible for this program because you already have your bachelor's degree or higher. You also cannot have participated in this program before. This is a one-time participation only. So if you have ever participated in an LA County Arts internship, then you would not be able to participate again. These last two bullet points are really just to make sure this playing field is as even as possible. So interns cannot apply to be interns where they have been previous staff members. So if they've ever had a personal connect or an employment connection with an organization, somebody is not able to then go and apply for an internship there because that would be unfair. And organizations are not able to hire interns that are relatives of any of their staff or any of their board members. So we know that sometimes the arts can feel like a place where you have to know somebody in order to get in. And so this, again, we just hope kind of flattens the playing field and makes it more fair for everybody that organizations are not allowed to hire interns where they have had a previous relationship. So I've talked a lot about these 501c3 nonprofits. This is who we mean. Our 501c3 nonprofits, we require that they've been around for at least 2 years before they participate in this program. This just makes sure that they know what they're doing, that they have a solid financial base, and that nothing will happen to the organization while they're in your internship, while you're in your internship. And down here, we require that they be based in LA County and provide programming in LA County. So they have to be here in LA County and they also have to provide services in LA County. Jumping into the second bullet point, I started this presentation talking about how the Getty funds visual arts and museums and we fund everybody else. This is what we mean. We talk about performing arts, presenting arts, literary arts, film and digital media, municipal arts agencies, as well as social justice and social service organizations. So just know by municipal arts agencies, we have some city governments that participate in this program. Those can be really exciting opportunities for those of you that are interested in seeing the arts and government in action. And we also have some social justice and social service organizations in the program, meaning that they provide social services as their main programming. Arts is not their main programming, but they have some kind of arts programming that an intern is able to support with through this program. So those internships can be really exciting if you're interested in seeing how art can be used for the public good, right? Or how art can be used as a public service or advancing social justice. Those types of organizations exist in the program as well. So timeline. You are most likely watching this video either on or after April 1st, which is the official launch date of positions in our program. I'll talk more about that in just a second, but what I want to highlight here is that the earliest interns can start working in this program is June 3rd of 2024, and all of the hours of the internship must be completed by March 1st of 2025. We have internships starting and stopping at all different times between June and June of this year and March of next year. So just to give you an idea that there's ultimately a 9-month window here where you're able to pick an internship that works best for your schedule. So what do we mean when we say that April 1st is when positions start being posted to our website? So theoretically, you're already here, but if you are not, our website is www.lacountyarts.org/internships. That's going to take you to the main page where all of the information about these internships live. You are applying directly to the host organizations that you want to work for these internships. You are not submitting your resumes or cover letters or things to us. So I want to make sure we're really clear about that. Our website acts as a job board for all 228 internships in the program. So April 1st, May 1st, June 3rd, and July 1st is when those batches of positions are going to start going live on our program, on our website. That means by July 1st, all 228 internships will be available on our website for you to be looking at. All applications are first come, first serve in terms of applying. So you definitely want to get in there as soon as these positions are posted and be applying. Each individual position will have a certain amount of information that you can use to submit your application. So first things first, you will see that each position posting has a brief organizational description. So it will tell you in a little bit of a paragraph or two what the organization does, who they serve, what their mission is. Then you will also see a position description. So what is it that the internship is doing? What is it that the intern is doing? And what are the expectations about the type of projects that the intern will be working on as part of their internship. Then you will also see some qualifications. What are some skills or prior experience that might be useful or helpful for interns that are applying for these positions? These last two bullet points are very important. You will see a work period and schedule language. So you will see a position, a sentence that says, for example, this position will start in June and end in August and work approximately 40 hours a week. You may see another internship that says something along the lines of, this internship will start in August and work through January and will work 20 hours per week, right? So it's telling you very clearly in the job posting when they expect the internship to start, when they expect it to end, and how many hours per week to work. And last but certainly not least, how to apply. Arguably one of the most important sections. Every individual organization has something different. A lot of the times you're submitting your resume and cover letter as an email to a specific person that will be listed in this section. But you might also see a link to an online application that you might have to fill out, or maybe other instructions that are unique to the organization. So that how to apply section is going to tell you what it is that you need to do in order to apply for that internship. So again, April 1st, May 1st, June 3rd, July 1st, that is when those batches of positions are going to go live to our website. All right, super excited to welcome Sam back to take us through the next part of the presentation.
Thanks much, Dean. All right, let's discuss one of the most exciting parts of the internship, payment. So these are all paid positions. So all interns will be paid $6,912 for working at a rate of $17.28 per hour for a total of 400 hours. Now, we acknowledge that 400 hours is a significant time commitment, but we just believe that this provides interns with more of an opportunity to build strong relationships with their host organization and with colleagues. And we all know that networking is a really important part of this field. That being said, because it is a pretty significant time commitment, it will require planning. This internship cannot be completed within a few weeks, so it is important that if you decide to apply for this program, you review your calendar, your responsibilities, whether that be work, childcare, or school, just to confirm that you can complete the 400 hours. Now, let's say you decide you can complete the time commitment and you land the internship. There is a chance that you might be asked to run errands for work using your personal car or need to pay for parking on site. The expectation is that you are reimbursed for any parking fees or mileage accrued on top of your wages. So most organizations, they won't ask you to do that, but if it does happen, please know that the expectation is that you are reimbursed for those fees. And of course, payroll taxes will apply. So getting hired means you'll be added to payroll, ergo you won't be taking home exactly $6,912. As is the case for any staff member, payroll taxes will be deducted from your paycheck. We can go to the next slide. Okay, the work. So internship duties will vary by position. So you'll notice that there will be similar titles working for different organizations. But just because two internships share the same title, that does not mean that they will have the same responsibilities. So just be prepared to go into each posting and take a look at those position descriptions to see if the role feels like a good fit for you. Now, if there is something in the position description that is completely new to you, that is okay. In fact, that's the point of the arts internship program. These organizations, they understand that a majority of students may be entering the professional field for the first time. As long as you're coming in with a good attitude and you're prepared to learn something new, you're going to be successful. So we highly, highly encourage you to apply, even if the qualifications feel like something you haven't done before. We can go to the next slide. Okay, internship formats. So a lot of these positions, they might be a mix of on-site and remote work. Organizations will typically detail this in the position description. In the case that it is not included in the position description, please come to interviews prepared to ask about the specifics of this. We know that at the end of every interview, we get asked the same question, do you have any questions for us, for the interviewer? So this is an opportunity to come armed with a question prepared for your interview. The position descriptions, they will include details regarding the amount of hours the interns will be expected to work each month and the start and end dates of the internship. So please come to these interviews prepared to discuss your schedule. It is possible that an organization, they might work with you if you let them know in advance that you're not enrolled for any classes in the summer, but you're going to be back full time in the fall. If they know this in advance, they could create a schedule with you that perhaps gives you 40 hours a week in the summer, and then they'll drop down your hours to maybe 15 a week in the fall. But they can only do this if you communicate with them. So again, please be sure you're looking closely at these job postings and taking a look at their location, the on-site work expectations, and also that 400-hour requirement to determine whether you're able to commit to the internship this year. This program has been around for 24 years. We don't expect to go anywhere. So if this year is not your year and you're still going to be in school or graduating next year, you also have next year to apply. We can go to the next slide. Okay, educational components. This is a really exciting component of the program. We like to be able to provide interns with additional supplemental experiences that complement the internship. Some of these events are called peer groups, and they happen 1 to 2 times a month from July 2024 through February 2025. The events are a mix of virtual and in person, and they provide you with a great opportunity to network with your fellow interns working at other organizations and meet some pretty phenomenal art professionals. Interns are required to attend one peer group event as part of the internship, but they should be paid for their attendance as part of their normal work hours. I actually went to one of the last 2023 peer group events maybe like a month ago. And the interns had the opportunity to get a tour of the Museum of Neon Art and try out glass bending, just to share a little bit of an example of what these experiences look like. So they're just really fun, great opportunities to get to network. So we hope you'll take advantage of them. And lastly, Art Summit. So this is a bigger event that's coming back after a 2-year hiatus. It's an opportunity to get together in person. So all interns participating in the 2024 cycle will be invited to attend. There's opportunities to hear from incredible arts professionals from all around LA County, learn about the creative sector in Los Angeles, and again, meet interns working at all types of different organizations. So this event would be roughly half a day, and we highly, highly encourage all interns participate. We can go to the next slide. Okay, and for community college students, since you've made it to this part of the video so far, a tip that we will share with you is that there are a few positions that are required to hire a student that is enrolled at a community college. I went to a community college in the beginning of my college career, and a program like this would have really helped me out. So we want as many community college students to participate as possible. Unfortunately, every year we get emails from some of these organizations asking if they can hire students from four-year colleges because they don't get a single applicant from a community college student. So please take a look at the opportunities for community college students section. There is a list that includes all of the organizations that must hire a student from a community college. But of course, If you see a position that interests you that is not on that list, definitely still apply. You do not need to feel like you only should apply to organizations on this list. Apply to anything that is interesting to you. Next slide. And with that, I'll pass it back to you to close us out, Martin.
Thank you, Sam. So here on the screen is our contact information. If there is a question that you have that was not answered by what we shared in this video, please feel free to send us an email, internship@arts.lacounty.gov. That's an email inbox that Sam and I monitor, so we're happy to take any questions that you might have about the program through that inbox. And, you know, Sam and I are very hands-on with this program. So if you apply and you get an internship, you will definitely see us again. But we always encourage folks, whether it's supervisors or interns, to reach out to us with any questions so that we can make sure that everybody has the information that they need as they're going through this process. So in the spirit of that, Sam has a couple of questions that she's gonna ask me, and these are really just pulled. These are kind of like the questions we get most often. So want to make sure we're answering them in this public format for you all. So Sam, take it away.
All right. First off, I have another full-time job. Would this be a good opportunity for me?
So every intern is different. I think if you feel confident in your ability to balance multiple things, then who are we to tell you? However, we will say that this is not a short internship. As Sam mentioned, this is a 400-hour commitment. That is substantial. The minimum number of hours an intern can work in this program is 15 hours a week. So if you have a full-time job, you're talking about adding at minimum another 15 hours on top of that. I don't know if I would recommend it. We do have a lot of interns that are doing part-time internships through this program and other part-time jobs. That seems to be a little bit more easy for folks to manage, but there's also a chance that you're balancing a school schedule on top of it, right? So this is a significant commitment, and I just want to lift up what Sam said earlier. We don't anticipate going anywhere. We're so grateful to the LA County Board of Supervisors who really believe in this program, and so we're here next year. So if next year things are a little bit less busy, maybe that's a better time to think about applying.
Awesome. Thanks, Martin. Okay, next question. Are organizations allowed to hire interns at the end of the internship?
Absolutely. Sam and I are no longer surprised, I think, when we get feedback from either the intern or the supervisor saying, oh, we hired our intern. And one thing she and I like to tell people is like, you all as interns could think about this as a 400-hour job interview, right? These organizations are investing a lot in you. You're meeting folks. You know, you're learning how to get in and out of the office. That's an investment in you. So if you put your best foot forward and you show these organizations you mean business, there's definitely an opportunity for them to hire you at the end. But I will be very clear, there is no expectation from us as administrators of the program that they do that. But we hear every year from a handful of organizations that say to us, we loved our internship so much, our interns so much, we had an open position, they interviewed and they got the position, and we're so excited every time we see that. So fingers crossed.
Okay, next up. How many internships should I apply to?
Sam, how many internships should they apply to?
We typically recommend about 5 to 7 applications just because you're going to want to curate your resume and your cover letter to the specific job description. You're going to want to read those thoroughly. You're going to want to go into the websites of these organizations, check out the mission, and be sure you're tying those into your own job history within your resume and also your cover letter. So do your best to I don't know, choose a couple that really feel connected to you and the work that you want to do. Because there have been a few times in the past where perhaps someone gets really excited and sends off 100 applications, and maybe they forget to switch the name of the organization to the correct one that they're sending their application to, and that doesn't look great. So try to be as specific as possible with those applications that you submit.
Absolutely. And I'll just add that, you know, sometimes I encourage people to think about it in the ways that we are encouraged to think about applying for colleges, right? So maybe apply for 2 or 3 internships that you're like, I feel very confident. I feel like I have those skills. 2 to 3 internships that maybe are a little bit of a stretch, but have some alignment with your previous experience, and maybe 2 to 3 internships that you're like, I don't know if I have any chance of getting these internships, but they sound really interesting and I really want to work with these organizations. I definitely think that's a better bet. Please don't apply for 100. Please don't do that. Yeah.
Okay, next question. What if my school schedule changes during the internship?
It happens all the time. Your first responsibility is to let your organization know, right? They cannot help you if they do not know what is going on. So be clear with them about what those changes are. Ask them, do a little bit of work for them. If you said that you could do 25 hours a week originally, but your school schedule shifted and now you can only do 15 hours a week, come to that with them and say, I can do 15 hours. Here's the schedule that works for me. And then once you agree on the change, commit to it, right? So again, as Sam mentioned this earlier, our organizations know that you're college students. They know that you have a lot going on. It's your job to make sure that you're giving them as much heads up as possible so that they can do their best to support you.
Yeah, a good time to practice those communication skills. Okay, next question. Can I do the Getty internship and county internship program at the same time?
No. And just to put a more color into that, again, both the Getty program and our program are 400-hour internships that take place around the same time. The Getty's program happens during the summer. Our program is also over the summer and into the next year. So that would be 800 hours of internship in addition to school and other responsibilities. So no. However, I will say it is very common for interns to do the Getty program in 1 year and then come to our program the year after, or vice versa. They'll do our program and then go do the Getty's program. That's totally fine, strongly encouraged, but please do not attempt to do both internships at the same time.
Okay, and last question to wrap us up. Can you remind me when the first batch of internships will go live?
April 1st, which is just a couple of days away for us, and all final positions will be posted on the website by July 1st of 2024. Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. We hope that this is informative, and we really, really hope that you will consider submitting an application. And Sam, thank you for being amazing.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks for joining us.
All right, see you very, very soon. Take care. Best of luck.